fire from the heavens above.
So Devil May Cry 5 was announced at E3, and I can't wait to play it. But I am fearful some of the issues that have permeated the entire series will also show up in this new game. Before I begin, I think it's important that I preface this video by saying that I am a huge Devil May Cry fan. I've easily put 500 hours into Devil May Cry 4 alone at this point, and all of the gameplay you're seeing right now is my own. So this video isn't being made by some random troll on the internet trying to get views. This series has meant a lot to me, ever since I played the third game on my PS2 over 13 years ago. In terms of pure mechanical depth, Devil May Cry's combat is the pinnacle of the genre. The skill ceiling in these games is so high, it's practically in outer space. You could dedicate your entire life to learning these games and still never master them. As far as the action in these action games go, they are unmatched. It's everything else that the series desperately needs to get right now. First things first, and I know saying this is going to get me a lot of hate, but outside of the combat, everything Devil May Cry does seems to be flawed or outright broken in a major way. The platforming, garbage. The camera is very poor. The pacing? Well, all I'll say for that is, remember the time in Devil May Cry 4 where you had to backtrack through the entire game as Dante, fighting all the same bosses? Who remembers this bloody thing? These were fun enemies, weren't they? I know all this sounds like I'm pissing all over the series, but I'm really not. I just know the series is capable of so much more. And I know this because there's already a series out there that trumps Devil May Cry in almost every single area. Platinum's Bayonetta series is a lesson in how to do an action game right. The controls are perfect, the pacing is flawless, the platforming actually works, no downright frustrating enemies. Bayonetta is practically perfect, and the games are pretty good too. Is Bayonetta's combat as deep as Devil May Cry 4's combat? Probably not, no. But who cares when you're having so much bloody fun? Tell me honestly, would you rather spend 5 minutes doing this in Bayonetta? Or would you rather spend 5 minutes doing this in Devil May Cry 4? Don't get me wrong, I think Devil May Cry 5 will easily be the best game in the series. I just hope it's learned from its past mistakes. Another thing Devil May Cry 5 desperately needs to do is to start teaching casual players game mechanics that they otherwise would not know about. I mean honestly, how many people knew you could max out Nero's sword by pressing L2 at the correct moment, instead of having to manually rev it? How many people know about jump cancelling, or taunting? 99% of people who played Devil May Cry 4 back in the day played it like this. I mean, is it any wonder most people don't look back on this game that fondly? So that's all I wanted to say today. I have high hopes for Devil May Cry 5, but I want this game to be incredible, not just great. I honestly believe that Capcom should just hand the series over to Platinum if Itsuno does not stick the landing with this game. Hideki Kamiya has shown his enthusiasm for making another Devil May Cry game multiple times, and given that man's pedigree, it's hard not to think the series would be better off in his hands. I still love Itsuno though, please don't kill me.